Now is the season for you to be not just silent, but still. It could feel awkward. It could feel off, unfamiliar. He's saying, be still. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to have all the answers. A lot of times, those of us that are leaders for and in the kingdom of God, we forget we don't have the control. We don't have the answers. It's not by our merit, but the Lord's. The Lord will remind you so beautifully, gracefully, and humbly that be still and know that He is God. He has the control. He has the answer. He has the wisdom.
Here we are, grand and rising. Grand rising.
Grand rising. Here we are, grand and rising on this beautiful and blessed moving Monday rising. Beloved, on today, there's just like a compilation of so much that I want to talk about, but I want to start with this. A lot of the times, the Lord will move you to a new place. He would upgrade you, if you will, but however, that upgrade may not look in the natural like it's an upgrade to your carnal mind, okay, to your carnal eyes. And y'all, I'm literally speaking from experience over the course of years in my life, but also even recently, beloved. The Lord had to remind me this. A lot of the things that we see as upgrades or we think is an upgrade, we think that it should look better, feel better, sound better, portray itself to be better, but only when we really yield into and lean into what God is doing, not what we want to happen, not what we desire, not what we think is best, but what God is doing, we then see what we thought was a downgrade is actually truly an upgrade. Somebody has to catch that in the spirit, and I know somebody will, because this cannot just be for me. It can't. But beloved, all in all, even in that same breath of saying that, I just want to encourage you guys. Psalms 46:10 says to be still and know that I am God. Last week, or maybe the week before last, we talked about being silent. In this season, a lot of you, the Lord is calling you to be silent. You have been very vocal, you have been very talkative, and not in a bad sense, not in a sense that you're doing the kingdom of God injustice. You were actually in right standing with the Lord. But now the Lord is saying, okay, well, now is the season for you to be quiet. Now is the season for you to be most silent. And in the same time, the Lord has also said, now is the season for you to be not just silent, but still, beloved. Be still. It could feel awkward. It could feel off. It could feel like foreign, and what's the word that the Lord gave us for this year? Unfamiliar. It could feel very unfamiliar because you're used to speaking up on behalf of the kingdom of God as the Lord has led you, but now the Lord is saying be silent, but also in your silence, because it feels weary and it feels uneasy and it feels like, Lord, I just don't know. He's saying, be still. You're not supposed to know. Be still. You're not supposed to have all the answers. Be still. You're not supposed to figure it out. A lot of times, those of us that are leaders for and in the kingdom of God, sometimes we get to a place where we forget that we don't have the control. We forget that we don't have the answers. We forget that it's not by our merit, but the Lord's. And so sometimes the Lord will remind you so beautifully, gracefully, and humbly that be still and know that He is God. He has the control. He has the answer. He has the wisdom. He knows what's coming. He has the foresight. He has the direction. He has the instruction. He has the word, because He is the word. So, beloved, I want to encourage you with that today. Be still, be silent, and know that God is God, and He will do exactly what He set out and set forth to do, and He will do it according to His will, because His will is right. His ways are right. And that's just it. I love you guys, and I'll see you on tomorrow's Rising.
Here we are, grand and rising. Grand rising.